Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. Tonight, we kick off Week 3 with a great Thursday night matchup between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. Have come and gone. It's off to Week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They start the drive with Cook. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Second down, they go right back to Cook. Room here to run. There he goes, left side. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. 70 yards rushing for him. He has gotten the night off to a hot start. So down inside the 5-yard line. I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. He gets it down all the way inside the 5.
네, Jackson, you crushed him.
From the 1. Cook is in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Well, Charles, clearly they wanted to send a message there and impose their will. They score on their opening possession on a drive comprised entirely of rushing the football.
Message sent. I don't know that the team on the other side of the field wanted to receive it, but what a statement on their opening drive. Just run it all the way downfield, no passes. That absolutely sets the tone that they're going to be physical in this game.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. From the gun, here's Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. First carry now for Pierre Strong. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. This defense for the Vikings, much improved from Week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
He'll take a shot for the end zone.
Oh my God, I almost had it. He almost had pulled that up.
But it's 3rd down.
big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Fields. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. Patterson's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Good kick.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams approach?
Jackson's putting the hit on.
Wins and losses
hitting hard.
always factor into how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Vikings are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate.
Why?
It's tough, NFL.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. He's got room at the 30. A
Did I
big
call?
play there for Minnesota. 52 yards.
I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a foot.
And he will take this one into the end zone.
I'm calling back calls.
Dalvin Cook.
I seen how big holes so I should never get that.
And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by York is up and good.
Making wrong decisions on defense.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 15 more yards there and quickly another first down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. After one, a 14-3 ball game. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. A play fake, now Fields to throw. The full left side taken in by Kmet. Touchdown! Cole Kmet, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bears are back within a score. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes it a 14-10
And he's slow. I think his route running is good, though.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
From the 27, Jones. That's to Cook out of the backfield.
Exactly.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And 3rd and 8 now. They couldn't get anything going there out of the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
Cover the hole.
Good physical
5 yards, though.
He's going to wind up gaining 5 on
good
that.
play.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Second and 5 now. Jones. Oh, what a catch.
Oh.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Boy, that completion comes with a high degree of difficulty, especially on the catch. Had to look that one in one-handed, able to do so, and ends up picking up a first down as well.
Now Jones. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on 2nd.
That's a good blitz.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Throwing Jones. Oh, that's into a double
Yes.
team, and it's intercepted.
A rookie linebacker.
And
He
the
did
Bears are
something.
gonna take possession
Interception, 3
of the
tackles
football.
so far.
And
Oh,
that's a
shit.
ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. On first down, right back to Strong. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Touchdown, Claypool.
For a Chicago touchdown. Chase Claypool, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bears have taken the lead.
Beautiful throw.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now 17-14. Anderson, the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Jones setting up the screen.
Good defense.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
Inches.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
York able to send this one through, and that will tie things at 17 all. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call there, opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. And that one results in 35 yards.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure is good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
On first down, it's Fields.
Pass interference.
Incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and control you have to remain as a defender.
I'll take
That's
the
a little
ice.
bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against him.
Patterson's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw going to be caught by McKenzie. A nice move gets him a few extra. Down just shy of his 20. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up second down. On second down, a run with Strong. And some room to roam now. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 43 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Takes it to about the 37. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Play action. It's Fields. Open man completes it to Claypool. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Back to the ground. This time Montgomery.
Dang, I should have pressed triangle.
Right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's Fields. Looks for the out route, and it's complete to Kmet. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 28. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. On 1st down, Fields.
Oh, he read it. I should never did that play. I hate doing that. That play don't really work all the time. I don't know why I did that. That was a dumb move.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Oh, come on. I pressed circle and then triangle.
Incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Off play action. Jones. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Off the play fake. Jones. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down. back to throw. Jones steps away to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw taken in by Hawkinson here. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night. First down, here's the run with Cook. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you could have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And complete right side to Cook.
Come on! Fucking face mask, you fucking...
On the field. So give him the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here's Chandler on second down.
Linebacker.
Score! Touchdown, Vikings. Ty Chandler taking it in from a yard out. And the Vikings have retaken a third quarter lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to make it...
Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Strong.
Ooh, the hole. That was a nice hole.
Touchdown, Chicago.
Holy shit, that was a good hole.
Pierre Strong, 41 yards. And the Bears have taken the lead here in this third quarter. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Can't do that anymore.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
Oh, almost picked that off. I knew it. Damn. That was my user, too. He has to get that.
We don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it.
Okay, Gibson.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. And here's Ryan Wright now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Off the option, here's Montgomery. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Fields. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. How good has he been throwing the football, though? And despite that incompletion, that's just the 3rd time he's been off target this entire game.
And Brandon, I've been on the other side of this equation, trying to defend a guy who's been this hot. And it chips away at your confidence. And when you're not confident when you're trying to defend, it makes you slower to the football, and it leads to more completions for them.
Pass interference.
They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Bearsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They'll give it to Strong. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On 4th down, Fields. Open man is coming back to tight end. And he is going to have the Bears 1st down by a good couple of yards as they get 3 there on 4th and inches. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
They're enjoying a 4th quarter advantage. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Fields. And that is incomplete.
Damn, I thought it was done together.
Down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
Oh!
They get the turnover they needed.
I should have threw over his head. Should have lobbed that. Fuck.
And the Vikings are right back in this football
game.
Dang. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over. Now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
On 2nd down, it's Cook again. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And that's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make 1 more play and get my defense off the field.
Here's Jones. From the
I had him set up. I knew he was going to throw it there. Hey, I just moved wrong. Fuck.
A great play there. Taking it in. And the Vikings use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. Extra point by York is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings move it away. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. All eyes on Fields.
Oh, come on.
The pressure
Shit.
got to him as he released it. And it's second down. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Now Fields. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 44-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. Give up the middle to Strong. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. Here's Fields. This one swung outside to Strong. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
The false start backs him up 5. First and 15. Back to throw. Fields. He's going to let this go. Back of the end.
Come on, jump! You gotta jump. You can't just let him catch the ball.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 20
That wasn't even a catch.
remaining on the clock.
I don't know why they didn't challenge that.
And they will take a
Oh
knee
well,
here.
good game.
Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway, once it happened, it knocked the wind out of their sails, and they just couldn't get their equilibrium back.
So for Minnesota, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the New Orleans Saints. For Chicago, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.